And I really do quite miss it, trying to work out how it all goes. But I've just had the countdown 3, 2, 1 that says I'm live. So away we go. Let me know in the comments if you've whereabouts you are, because it's always great to see how far these videos travel on the various social media platforms that they put them out on. My name's Adrian Close. I'm the director at Ultimate Leadership Training. We deliver training courses to companies all over the UK, but I've just had a booking for one client. They have an office in Hong Kong, so we'll be doing some training over there. And obviously, in the virtual world, then it's awesome because you can deliver training courses wherever type thing, and they're just as interactive. I was interviewing a client a little bit earlier on. I've been working with her for just over a year, and she said it was better than an in-person training course because it was a time to suit her. She was still doing activities. There were still handouts. There were still activities that she could do. It was absolutely awesome. So if you want to check out what I do, there's the website just there, which is ultimateleadershiptraining.co.uk. And my newest project is my 5-day time management challenge. So I'm absolutely fanatical about time management. And a lot of people say, how do I get so much done? And I do get so much done. It's not always been like that. And I'll tell you a little bit of a story in a mo. But they're always quite surprised how I get stuff done. And for me now, because I follow a specific framework, which is what we talk about in the challenge over the 5 days, I follow this process that I've put together over the last few years to ensure that every day is productive. Now, just, it's a little like when I go on a diet, I'll sometimes go to the supermarket, I'll buy one of those big bars of orange chocolate Toblerone, which is one of my favorites. So yeah, you have a wobble, and even I have a wobble every now and then. But my procrastination, the excuses that I tell myself are pretty much gone. Obviously, yes, I have a wobble. So if I'm having a pretty, one of those days where you just kind of think, yeah, and I work for myself, so it's slightly different. So I'll go out for a hike. I'll go out in the fresh air. Literally, there's fields just over there and a huge wood and a huge lake to go and wander around. So I've got that opportunity just to, so it's not like every day is, this, that, and the other. But then part of time management is actually planning this time where you can go out and you can chill out in the countryside or wherever you are in the local park. So if you've not done a 5-day challenge, it's Monday to Friday. The next one is Monday, the 23rd of October. If you go to that Ultimate Leadership Training website, in the top right-hand side, or if you're on your mobile, it'll be the first thing that you see, you'll find a white box and it will say, click here to play sort of thing. And that'll, it says free 5-day challenge. And it will take you to the page, which has got a little bit more information on it, a little bit more information on me. And then all you put in is your first name and email address. Don't worry, I don't sell email addresses. It's just for me, just to let you know when we start. And that's it. And then you sign up. And then every day, Monday to Friday, there's a task that drops at 6 o'clock in the morning. You don't have to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. The beauty of this is if you're in Hong Kong or Australia or wherever it is that you are, you can join in the challenge whenever the time suits you. Obviously, I'm based in the UK, so it's 6 a.m. UK time. And then you plan in your day, which is obviously the time management. This is what we're going to be talking about. You plan in your day 20 minutes to do the task, and that's all it takes. 20 minutes to do the task, and then you come and join me live in the evening, 7:30, and I'll answer any questions that you've got. We have a little bit of a chat. I tell you a couple of my stories, time management stories, how I've developed this process that we're going to follow, and we're going to follow during those 5 days. Obviously, there's an opportunity to work with me after. I've got this awesome masterclass that I've been building during the year, which is going down really, really well. And the time management training courses that I do in general, they make a difference. So one person, for example, saved 20 hours per week. I interviewed her this morning, like I said, and she said it's 20 hours a week is absolutely massive. It's like half a year that she's regained. And she's still following the processes that I went through with her. Another client, then she was doing a management and leadership development program, which is something that I deliver online as well, if that is something that you're looking for. And with the delegation that we talk about in the management skills, and also with the time management module, she saved 2 hours a day. And what that meant was that she could then go and take on some of her manager's role which eased her manager's kind of, plate sort of thing. And then within 6 months, she was promoted. She was promoted from team leader to manager, which was absolutely amazing because she was managing her time. She was doing, following the process, following the framework that I teach from. So the story this week, I'm in a challenge myself. So I'm in this challenge, which is by Susan Payton. I don't know if you know her. She's wrote this book, which is it's a bit blurry, isn't it? This background. So Business of Stories. I think it's supposed to be a blurry background, but it makes the book blurry as well. So this is the Business of Stories. I've been in Susan's world for quite a while now, for about a year, sort of learning from her. It's an amazing book. If you haven't seen it, you can get it on Amazon. I suggest you join her 5-day challenge, obviously, if it's not clashing with mine. And then in today's post, the question was no, not in today's post, it was the beginning of the week. And one of the things was asking a question, what was a defining moment? So it got me thinking about the defining moments in my business life and in my, what's got me to here? How did I get here? And with respect to time management, this was about 13 years ago, I think. So let me think, 13, yeah. My son would have been 13 and my daughter was 8. So it would have been 13 years ago. And I remember I just taken over this new business and I was literally doing 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week. And I thought I had to do that amount of time to keep everything together, to pay for the holidays that we weren't getting and to pay for the lifestyle that we wanted that we weren't having. It was constant. And my wife, she sort of later said, trying to force me, not force me, but trying to encourage me to take a break was a bit like herding sheep or trying to freeze a waterfall. I don't know if you know the Peak District, but trying to freeze Kinder Downfall, absolutely impossible. Although it does freeze in the winter, but the water's still going. So, you get my point. But the thing is this one afternoon it was 4:30 in the afternoon, and I was in the lounge upstairs, and I collapsed. I could feel the light, just sort of the light of the day. It was weird because I've never had anything like it before. And it was just, everything was closing up and it wasn't tunnel vision as such. It was just very, very strange. And I collapsed on the floor. So luckily my wife was there, but also unluckily, so were my kids, and I don't know what the look on these little faces would have been. Because their hero, their dad, the person that looks under their bed, looking for monsters, thanks to that film Monsters Inc. It was me that was on the floor. When I came around, I was just absolutely exhausted. My wife kind of knew what to do, which was good. And there's a little bit of sugar, and she did call an ambulance, but I didn't go to hospital. They did come and they looked after me, and literally I was in bed for a week after. And then during that week, I read so many books. I mean, you see, I've got a library there and it's full. I've got another sort of bookcase over there and it's full. And I've got all of these books. And I did read quite a lot in that week to 10 days that I was off. And I remember I was reading one book, and I can't remember what book it was now. No, I can't remember. So it was just this one book, and there was one line in this book which completely changed the way that I do things. And it was something along the lines of, in life, you can't do everything that you want, so don't do it, or something along those lines. And it wasn't rocket science, I admit. It was a very simple thing, but it just clicked something. And that was 13 years ago. And since then, I've created, because I've done lots of studies now on time management, how we spend. There's only 3 ways that we spend time. Amazingly, there's only 3 ways that we spend time, which we talk about in the challenge. There's excuses. So there's diseases of non-performance, these diseases that the country potentially is suffering from, organizations are suffering from, and these 3 diseases of non-performance again affects your time management, and we talk about that in the challenge. You see all these little teasers I'm giving you. So I read all of these books and I was getting all of this information, and I put together a process to follow. I put together a platform or a structure that I would use every day at work and also at home. So this was in a 24-hour period. And it's worked really, really well. I mean, since then, I've published 6 books. I've got now 2 companies. I volunteer for a mountain rescue team, have done for 7 years. What else have I done? This weekend, I'm off with a local school. It's the Duke of Edinburgh Award Scheme, and I'm supporting the kids through their D.A.V. Can't wait. It's going to be such a laugh. They're going to be a nightmare. All 75 of them, probably. It's going to be awesome. I'm married. I've got 2 kids. My 2 kids have left home, so they're a little bit older. One's in the RAF, and the other one's at university. So I haven't got that sort of not a burden, but you know what I mean. I haven't got that sort of taking away my time. But again, we have a very, very close family. We have a very sort of great circle of friends. There's my wife. There's the neighbours, the community that I live in, the things that I get involved with organising, the rugby matches that I need to go and watch because that's just the law. I've got so much on, but actually now I get more done in less time than I used to when I was a busy fool. So if you think that you can benefit from this challenge by, I mean, effectively, I'm going to show you how to create time in your day so that you can get more stuff done. But you can get more stuff done in less time. I'm gonna explain how that is possible as well. And there's going to be lots of other training. We're going to do some training on mindset and sort of kind of managing your brain or getting used to your brain, but it's very, very sort of simple kind of stuff because that's it. We're going to talk a little bit about if you're a business owner, potentially you want to join this marketing thing that I'm going to do. It's a little bit of training around marketing, but it's to do with time management. So when you're out there and you're marketing, I'll show you what I do with my marketing and how I do it. And then literally once I've done it, the rest of the day is a piece of cake. So I'm going to do a little bit of training on that. And there's going to be more and more and more. In the 5 days, I'm not going to cram it full so you're just going to be overstressed and there's too much to do. But those that join me afterwards, then we're going to have more and more sort of training as the group moves on. And that's really what I wanted to say. First live in a long time. I'm going to do my lives every Monday and every Thursday. I'm going to set a time. So I'll alert everybody what the time is. And what I want to do is I want to talk about time management, how you can improve your time management. And then hopefully you'll join that 5-day challenge and we'll get to know each other. And really it's life-changing stuff. Cool. If you've got any questions, do get in touch. Do send me a message. You can contact me via that website, leadershiptraining.co.uk. You can find out a little bit about my story in there. You can also see my contact tab, so you can get in touch with the contact me through the website. That's it. Amazing. Right. Well, like I said, if you've been watching, give us a shout, give us a comment of like where you're from and all that sort of stuff. I'll hopefully speak to you soon. All right then, take care. Now, because I've not done this for a while, I have to work out how to switch it off. Otherwise, we'll be just live forever and ever and ever. Not really, I've found it.